forgiveness and their punishment. That is a very prayer really highlights the symbol of unity among people.
You will examine us to see how many native languages we speak, you will find so many. And if every one of us speaks in his native language, and only few people will understand his language. But that is very different as well. But is that a reason for us to get divided? If the Aqidah unites us, nothing can divide us. If the belief in Allah is that what attracts us to this religion, then nothing divides us. If coming to the mosque is a tradition, it is a habit, it has nothing to do with the faith, then maybe just outside this door we will be different. Maybe we will say, I don't know you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to highlight these differences of color and language, He said, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ, and from His great signs, subhanahu wa ta'ala, خَلْقُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ, one of His great signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth. Isn't that great? Does anyone doubt that the creation of the universe out there with the stars and the moons and the planets that we know and we don't know, with the distances that are measured in millions of kilometers, in millions of miles, and everything is in perfect order. The sun would never collide with the moon, nor the moon would ever collide with earth, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put everything in an orbit and with precision, with very precise speed of movement and with a specific purpose. Can we live without the sun? We can't. It'll be all dark. There'll be no life. No plants will grow. There'll be many things that will be difficult to live without the sun. Isn't that great? And the heavens and the seven heavens, with all the technology that man has acquired, and we believe that man has advanced so much in this field that yet they are imagining how far the first heaven. To the scientist, it's a black hole. It is beyond our reach. Yet, subhanahu wa ta'ala, to give support, moral support and recognition to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in one night he made him go to the seventh heaven, passing through every heaven and coming back in the same night without being affected in any way. To the extent that the Arabs, they said, what are you talking about? When he told them that he went to Jerusalem in one night and came back, they said, you are joking. It takes us 1 month riding camels to Jerusalem. You are claiming you went and came back, let alone meeting with the prophets in all the heavens. That just shows you the contrast between our limited power and knowledge with all that we think we have, and when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to empower somebody or give him extraordinary privileges, all the rules of physics and chemistry that we know it will be obsolete, because the rules have been created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just for our young man who are now in the midst of revising their science subjects and chemistry and physics. Yeah? We all know that fire burns, but when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called the fire to be cool and safe for Ibrahim alayhi salam, He didn't do anything to him. Allah can control everything. If you think you've discovered the gravity law and you think now you are on top of the world, well, you should ask yourself who made the law in the first place. Who created the gravitational forces that holds the earth in order with the rest of the planets? It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is a little bit talking about the greatness of His creation. After that, immediately He says, وَفِي خَلْقِكُمْ. He says, subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَاخْتِلَافِ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ وَأَلْوَانِكُمْ. In the differences of your tongues, in the differences of your colors. See, after telling us about the greatness of the earth, it is a wonder of Allah's creation that we look at. Twins come out from the same womb of the mother, and they may have different color of the hair, they may have different colors of the eyes. No two human beings have the same fingerprint. Who made it like that? Our diversity, we Muslims believe our diversity is part of our strength because we complement each other. You know that I don't know, and I know things that you don't know, but when we combine our knowledge and our experiences and our forces, we will be unbeatable. No one can defeat the Muslim Ummah if it is united. So please, let us not use language or color as a reason for us to group or divide ourselves. As believers, we believe that is a gift, that is one of the miracles of creation, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose to create us in this way. واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا. My dear brothers, Allah wants us to be united. And He said in the following ayah, وَلْتَكُنْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. Let a group of you call for Allah. And we should work together for the service of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to please Allah. And then in the ayah after that He said, وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. And He said, do not be like those who have divided themselves. وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا وَاخْتَلَفُوا مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَهُمُ الْآيَاتِ. After Allah sent them His guidance, they go and divide themselves. Those they will receive a severe punishment. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر لكم. الحمد لله رب العالمين أحمده حمد الشاكرين وأصلي وأسلم على نبيه الأمين المبعوث رحمة للعالمين. My dear brothers and sisters, we all know that the first group of companions, the first community of Muslims in Al-Madinah, it was one of the best communities brought to mankind. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the best generations are the people who lived with me. And the constituents of Medina inhabitants, they were made, the Muslim inhabitants of Medina, they were made of what was known then Al-Ansar wal-Muhajirin. Al-Ansar, those who had helped Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, those who had helped those who migrated from Mecca. And mind you, they were different tribes. They were different tribes, yet they opened their doors to them and they shared with them all they had. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made akha bayna al-muhajirin wal-ansar, and he assigned one muhajir to an ansari, and they would consider themselves as brothers in every manner. The brotherhood that really means that we stand for each other. That if I have, you don't have, I'll share with you what I have. I'll share with you my dinner. I'll share with you my lunch. I cannot enjoy my dinner while you are hungry. So they become brothers. Al-Ansar before Islam, they used to be made of two major tribes, Al-Aws wal-Khazraj. They were in constant wars among each other until they embraced Islam and they become one ummah. But there was an incident. It happened among these great people, among these people who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُمْ وَرَضُوا عَنْهُ. Allah is pleased with the Sahaba, with the Muhajirin wal-Ansar. There was a story reported عن جابر بن عبد الله رضي الله عنه قال كنا في غزاة, we were on outing, and one of the Muhajirin pushed a man from Al-Ansar, فكسع رجل من المهاجرين رجلا من الأنصار، فقال الأنصاري يا للأنصار. Al-Muhajiri pushed one of the Ansar Muslims, and Al-Ansari called, "Oh, Al-Ansar, come and help me against this Muhajir." Wow. Is this compatible with what we were saying, mentioning earlier, that brothers, we became brothers? That is certainly incompatible. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam heard. And by the way, when Al-Ansari said, Ya Al-Ansar, Al-Muhajiri immediately said, Ya Al-Muhajiri. He called on the Muhajirin again to come to his side. فسمع ذلك رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال ما بال دعوى الجاهلية. What is this? Why people are reviving the calls of Jahiliyyah, the feelings of ignorance that was past Islam, that was before Islam. You cannot do this now. We are brothers. ما بال دعوى الجاهلية. You are inciting Jahili feelings, groupings, my group against your group, and it starts simple and then complicated and then fighting and killing, and we eliminate each other. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was there and he dealt with it. So some of the Sahaba, they thought he did not know what happened. They said, Ya Rasulullah, كسع رجل من المهاجرين رجل من الأنصار. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, leave it, دعوها فإنها منتنة. He's shocked, he is upset, and he said, leave this kind of practices. It stinks, It is not nice. This is from the old days when people, for a sheep, a war could rage between the tribes. For a cow, they would kill each other. دعوها فإنها منتنة. إنها دعوة جاهلية. الذي يريد أن يفرق صف المسلمين فهي من دعوة الجاهلية. He was so firm in his disdain and dislike of what he saw, and he put it right, and he said that you should never incite such jahili cause. And at the same time, one of the munafiqs heard it. Abdullah, his name is Abdullah ibn Ubay, فقال أما والله لئن رجعنا إلى المدينة ليخرجن الأعز من الأذل. It's in Surah Al-Munafiqeen, by the way. He said, Abdullah ibn Ubay, the munafiq, the hypocrite, wants to exploit the situation. See, when things move in the wrong direction, there are all sorts of weak elements among us. They ride onto that wave that will lead to bad things. He said, certainly when we go back to the Medina, we will kick these muhajirin. They will see who is the supreme in Medina. Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, he said, Ya Rasulullah, do you want me to cut his head, this man, this munafiq? He said, Da'ahu. He said, no, I do not want the Arabs to say that Muhammad kills his companions. Allahu Akbar. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He knows that this man is a hypocrite. He knows what he said is wrong, but he would not raise it to the level that he will kill him, because who would know? The Arabs, they are watching, they said Muhammad has killed one of his men. The Arabs do not know that Abdullah ibn Ubay is a munafiq. All for them is a Muslim. And killing is not something easy. It is not something simple. In the building of communities, you should avoid that. That is the last thing you resort, and it has to be for a strong reason, only if he had killed somebody. Otherwise, for a political view, for a statement, it should not amount to a capital punishment. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was raising up a community that is not perfect. Why it is not perfect? Because it's a human. We are human beings. We can switch from the good way that we want to be to our old days of jahiliyyah. We all have some jahiliyyah in us. None of us have lived as Muslims from birth. Many of us have lived many of their years, many of their life years in jahiliyyah. And that jahiliyyah, to go out from you, it takes a long time. To give you another example, there was a dispute between Abu Dharr al-Ghifari wa Bilal ibn Rabah al-Habashi. And Abu Dharr, at the moment of weakness, he called him Yabn al-Sawda. He called him, oh, the son of a black woman. Bilal is an ex-slave, but he was freed. He became now one of the closest members of the group that is close to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. كان مؤذن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم أصبح سيدا لا يختلف عن الآخرين. وما عيب لونه? What is the problem if his color was different? So Abu Dharr, he told him, "Oh, the son of a black woman." And that reached the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And he wanted to teach Abu Dharr. He told him, "Ya Abu Dharr, أتعيره بلون أمه?" Do you call him by the color of his mother? إنك امرؤ فيك جاهلية. You are a man, there is some jahiliyyah in you still there. Jahiliyyah, when people were separated, segregated, classified according to their color, according to their wealth, according to their tribal belongings. No more in Islam. We are all brothers. في دين الله الناس سواسية. في خطبة الوداع صلى الله عليه وسلم قال الناس سواسية. People are all equal. It is not Marxism that suddenly discovered the equality of workers. Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said it 1400 years ago that الناس سواسية. People are equal. لا فضل لعربي على أعجمي ولا لأعجمي على عربي. There is no preference of an Arab over a non-Arab. And there is no preference of a non-Arab over an Arab. ولا لأبيض على أسود. Nor should you ever think because you are white, you are better than the man who is different to you. Nor should you think that because you are an Arab, you are automatically better than the other Muslims. Never think like that. لا تزكوا أنفسكم. Do not fool yourself. إن الله لا ينظر إلى صوركم ولا إلى أشكالكم ولكن ينظر إلى قلوبكم. يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. My dear brothers, if we go down the path of division like we are seeing unfortunately, and by the way, the Muslim Ummah, it has fragmented when it was in its weakest or in its backward days. When we were down, when we stagnated, we disintegrated. Al-Haram al-Makki, Mecca that you know it, Muslims used to pray behind 4 imams based on the al-Madhab al-Fiqhi. And they would not let each other marry from one another. A Maliki would not give his daughter to a Hanbali. Can you believe that? I think we have passed that a long time, alhamdulillah. Those kind of divisions, we have bridged so many of them, but yet there are still some exist, some that can potentially revive again, and believe me, it is not good. Division, never good. We can never. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا فَتَذْهَبَ وَتَخْتَلِفُ فَتَذْهَبَ رِيحُكُمْ. When you divide, you have no value. You cannot stand in front of those who do not like you when you are. So the more, please can you move a little bit forward? There are people sitting, standing in the sunlight, and inshallah we'll be closing our khutbah soon, don't worry, inshallah. Please just give room for the brothers behind and sisters. My dear brothers, there were changes in the Arab world that happened. And many political parties, many Islamic groups tried to do some change in their countries. But the regime knew well how to deal with each group separately. And he would play the division card between the different groups. And they could not dislodge him from power. But one day, something that the regime never planned for, never envisaged, that one day all his citizens will speak with one voice, and they will forget about their ideological differences, about their political identities, and they will say, we want this ruler who has been unfair, who has been unjust, to go. Did they achieve it? I think you know it. They did. But imagine if they were divided. Imagine if each one was saying differently. Wallahi, he will be there. If he can live for another 100 years, he'll be probably the same ruler. My dear brothers, it is fair for people to ask for justice. Do not ever get confused. Our obedience to rulers, as long as they obey Allah in us, will give them the obedience, and any effort that can divide the community and cause confusion and division is Islamically rejected. But anything that can bring the ummah together is certainly good. Allah blesses it. And you have seen in the center of some of these cities, people organizing Jumu'ah, attended by millions, on one platform. For a moment, people felt free. They discovered their dignity and their humanity that some regimes have denied them that. And they only managed to achieve that when they have forgot for a moment about their divisions and differences. My dear brothers, الاختلافات الفقهية, the scholars, when they talked about division, they said we should never divide on Aqidah. Aqidah, we cannot allow division in Aqidah. We all should believe in Allah. In the basics, principles of Aqidah, Muslims should agree. But on how to improve our country, how to change the country to a better, or in the matter of fiqh, I'll tell you a little story and I'll finish with it inshallah. To show you that the differences of opinion in fiqh are allowed in Islam, and it happened during the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A little story. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent some Sahaba. He said to them, you should reach Bani Qurayza, you should reach them before Asr. Or by Asr, yani you should be in Bani Qurayza. They walked, they went, fulfilled the order, but unfortunately the Asr time has entered before they reached Bani Qurayza. Bani Qurayza, by the way, is a Jewish tribe of Medina. So some Sahaba, they said, excuse me, brothers, now it is Asr time and we should pray Asr now. The other, they said, excuse me, but Rasulullah said we should pray Asr in Bani Qurayza. So those who understood that what Rasulullah really meant is try your best to reach by Asr there. So when the Asr time entered, they prayed. Those they understood the order literally. كما هو موجود في المذاهب الفقهية, المذهب الظاهري, مذهب ابن حزم, who takes the literal meaning of the hadith. So they prayed in, yani the Asr has missed, but they prayed when they reached Bani Qurayza. When they came back, they said, Ya Rasulullah, this is what happened. What do you think he told them? You are both right. Both of you are right. So we can have differences of fiqh in prayer, في السنن وليس في الأركان, في سنن الوضوء. يجوز الخلاف, وهذا مشروع وهو فيه رحمة من الله سبحانه وتعالى, لكن الذي لا يجوز أن نختلف وننقسم على بعضنا وأن ندع كل الخلافات الموجودة. Should not let, I said, we should not let tribalism divide us. Some people, they say we love Ahlul Bayt more than anything else. we Muslims all should love Ahlul Bayt Rasulullah. Should not divide for the love of Ahlul Bayt or Sahaba. That should never be a reason, because we love Ahlul Bayt. ونحب أصحاب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. نحبهم جميعا. إخواني, if we let the division creep into our society, societies cannot function or achieve its purpose of the dignity for everyone and the strength of the country. May Allah unite Muslim countries. May Allah unite our hearts and prevent us from division and show us the truth and help us to follow it. May Allah forgive our mistakes and forgive the mistakes of our fathers and forefathers and help us to be better than them, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, straighten our children and raise them to be good Muslims and help them to succeed in their exams. Allahumma ahdina fi man hadayt وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت اللهم وحد صفوفنا اللهم اجمع شملنا اللهم لا تجعل بأسنا بيننا يا رب العالمين اللهم اصلح أمر ولاتنا اللهم ارزقهم البطانة الصالحة يا رب العالمين وألف بين قلوب المسلمين أجمعين. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.